Hi guys, congratulations on this moment. First of all, John, could you just talk us through the injuries in the squad and your selection for the World Cup final?
None.
Be great if you could, John, today.
Yeah, none.
You can't comment on your selection today, unchanged since the semi-final?
Oh, yeah, no, basically just trusting the group that we've built over the 3 years.
Can you just talk us through a little bit of how you have gone about managing the emotions of this week?
First, you've got to manage your own. That's the first thing. Have fun with it. Try not make it any bigger than what it is. The thing is, we started back in Chester in 23, and now we have the opportunity to finish something. So we've got to earn that right. So we've presented ourselves that opportunity, and so we've, clearly are excited by the opportunity. But more importantly, we've got into our work over the last 3 days, recovered from the semi-final, and have stayed very, very focused on the plan that we want to execute on the weekend.
Zoe, for you, another chance at a World Cup final. I know the last one didn't go as you had hoped for a couple of reasons. How are you feeling about another opportunity to go in again?
I think just as a group, so excited to come out. Obviously, we've been working on this for 3 years, and it's just like our time now. Like, we really feel like that, and just can't wait to get out there on Saturday.
And just lastly from me, if I can come back to you, John, what have you made of Canada's performance so far at this Rugby World Cup?
Yeah, they've been outstanding. They've played really, really great rugby. We respect them hugely. We believe that it's going to take an 80-minute performance. They've grown as well. They're fitter. They deserve to be in the final as well.
Lewis, am I good here? Hi team. John, how do you avoid those extra questions, those extra thoughts seeping in, whether it's from players, whether it's from yourself over a Rugby World Cup final week about have we suddenly sort of thought of this, or those sorts of things that might put you off your stride?
Oh yeah, the first thing is, I think it comes from the leadership, doesn't it? Like, it comes from me, not to get in the road of the girls, because we've been doing a lot of good stuff, and clearly there's a particular way that we need to play against Canada to build pressure on them, and that's where the focus is. So we're only human though. Like, when distractions do come, you just sort of like just try and remain present. I must admit, there's been times where you do think ahead. And you do think in the past, but ultimately, at the end of the day, just deal with what's in front of you.
And have you had a chance to lean on any of those from 2014 that know what a World Cup final week feels like and what winning feels like?
I think a lot of the girls have got relationships within the group. They've got relationships with those girls, but again, sometimes you can make something bigger than what it actually is. It's already big. We've been in enough big situations. 22 has taught a few girls in the group to be ready for now, but there's girls in the group that haven't experienced, like 214, don't know anyone from 214 and stuff. So I don't totally agree that you need to expose them with other people's past success. I think it's about focusing on what we've built over the 3 years, making sure that our mindset and our plan is clear, and go out and execute.
Last one from me. In terms of the players from last week that may not have stepped up as much as you'd hoped, has there been any temptation to make a change, or more backing those to be able to deliver? As
I said earlier to Sarah, that it's all about basically trusting what we've built already. Players don't always need to be perfect, but we're definitely being effective, and that's all that matters.
Cool. Kia ora, John. Kate here from
Hello,
TVNZ. Hi, Zoe. Just a few questions. John, in terms of you've coached rugby teams around the world, would this win be, if you do win, be your greatest achievement yet?
Don't know really, haven't experienced it. So what I do know is this has been a really great experience. It's been a really good choice. And yeah, we haven't got finished what we started out to do, so I can really probably only answer that question on Sunday. But certainly for me as a person, to have experienced this so far with the girls has been awesome.
Few Kiwi roots in the team, including your own. Has there been any messages from New Zealand in the lead up to this final for you, messages of support from other rugby professionals or past players?
There's a few popping through here, so again, trying not to get too distracted. But also my wife keeps telling me that I need to reply very quickly with the 2 ticks. She's a very much a blue 2 ticks, get straight back, so I get a little bit of grief when I don't get back to people quickly. So I apologise if I haven't, but I'm coming. Yeah.
And just in terms of the Black Ferns, many fans over here were looking for that final to be between a rematch, Red Roses, Black Ferns. Is there any message for the Black Ferns as they look to finish strong with the bronze final?
I've experienced a semi-final loss before. It's a really hard fixture that both teams are dealing with, France and New Zealand. I guess the one message for them would be to make sure you leave the jersey in a good position.
Wishing you all the best.
Hi John, just one from me, which was when you were asked about kind of the emotions of the group, you said part of that is keeping your own emotions in check. Can you just give us a bit of an insight into how you're feeling this week and how big this is for you as well?
Yeah, I'm excited, been excited, but just tried to probably look calm, relaxed, and making sure that when I did speak that our message was really clear. It was awesome driving in from home. I think it was Tuesday morning because we had the Monday store and recovery. Had a nice black coffee in the car and was grateful for the opportunity of heading in. But then I just thought, this is where it really matters. This is where I've got to find a solution and sell a solution to the girls to basically beat Canada. And to me, that's the awesome part of the job.
Aside from kind of managing everyone around you, are there things that you do to kind of keep your nerves at bay and keep yourself busy? And
I've actually got a watt bike in about 2 hours. That's one thing. And my wife's sister's over as well, so I got home the other night to catch up with them. So just being around family.
Hi both. Hi Zoe. I know you and the girls were so excited when the last World Cup was broken at Twickenham, seeing kind of all the fans on the way in on the bus. Have you allowed yourself to kind of picture what that scene will be like with kind of 82,000 getting ready for Twickenham?
I think we're just so excited to experience it. I think it's something that we've never experienced but we've wanted for so long, and I think just the kind of momentum and the impact that we have had on fans throughout the tournament from the start of Sunderland to coming now into Twickenham, it's just going to be so exciting to kind of see where we have pushed women's rugby to, and just excited for this new era of women's rugby on Saturday.
And what is it like for you as a player who may have experienced kind of a few thousand in the stands to now having a sellout when you're kind of going forward, making those meters and kind of the deafening roar comes down? What is that like to experience?
Honestly, it's like gives you goosebumps, like 16 on the pitch, and really like pull forward. And when you hear if someone you hear that in the crowd, you really, oh my gosh, everyone else actually here as well. So yeah, it's just exciting, and we absolutely love having the fans in.
And Mitch, what have you learned during your time with England from these girls?
Sure, how long do you need? There's never a dull moment with these girls. But I guess that's the environment that we've created. Back in 3 years ago, we decided to refresh the environment or the culture and the way that we wanted to act and be seen and behave like, I guess, and the girls have done that really, really well. But I guess that also starts from my leadership as well, to be able to create the space to have that fun and enjoy what we do, but still remain very focused on setting the right standards and growing our games. So I think we've done that well together, and ultimately that holds us in a good place, because we can relax and enjoy ourselves before it's full on.
Julian Garr, AFP. Question for Zoe. What's impressed you most about Canada and their run to the final?
I think kind of their the amount that they've improved and that their speed of ball is very quick. And I think, they've just been playing very exciting rugby, and are just very excited to play them on Saturday.
Thank you.
Hi, Claire from the BBC. John, I thought you said something really interesting there. You said that over your black coffee, you needed to find a solution for the girls this week. Is that because we haven't seen the best of England yet at this World Cup? Is that why you used the word solution?
I don't think you ever see the best of England. Everyone's always asking those questions, but what's more important is how we play against Canada and what will work, and basically where we can build pressure on them. So I think what we've done remarkably well in this tournament was we've just treated each team for what they offer and what they present. They definitely have strengths and they definitely present you opportunities. So it's up to us to exploit them. So, but we're never going to be perfect. To win this tournament, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be effective.
So does that mean that, excitingly, we still, over the course of this all-conquering cycle of yours, haven't seen the potential of this team reach? There could be even more to come on Saturday if you get it right.
There's definitely more in this team. We always ask more of ourselves. We probably don't even know what that ceiling is, to be totally fair. So, and it would be very, very, probably wrong of us to even think about a ceiling, because that's when we'll stop and create a limit. So these girls are driven. They want to get better. But ultimately, this tournament is probably the one tournament in the world that like men's and women's, that you respect. It puts it just puts curveballs in. You have to deal with a lot of adversity to get to this point. And Saturday will be no different. But the difference this time, you've got 1 and 2 in the world in the final, which is so good for the game. And it'll require an 80-minute performance, and we'll have to earn it.
And just lastly from me, do you think, obviously we've got 1 and 2 in the world rankings, do you think we have 1 and 2 in the tournament? Have you and Canada played the best rugby at this World Cup?
I don't know if we've played the best rugby. They've probably been outstanding. They haven't put a foot wrong. We've had to reset through difficult situations. We've also had the challenge of managing our home World Cup as well, and the girls have done remarkably well on the field, but they've also embraced and connected with everyone in the country, and obviously now we've got the opportunity to earn that right at home. 3 years ago, when we set the vision, it's quite nice to be sitting here to present yourself that opportunity and make one final step.
You've certainly connected with everyone. It's been incredible to watch, Zoe and John. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lauren from ITV News. I just wondered sort of how you're preparing debut players, Zoe, for the World Cup, for this final. Obviously, the coaching at the beginning of the tournament would be like to get their heads into it, but how are you teaching them to prepare themselves for the final?
I think, like Mitch said, like not making it bigger than it is. Like we know that it's a big thing, and just kind of having a process that we can stick to. And also we're a very connected bunch, so just being there for each other, making sure we still are having the fun within it, and taking that kind of release off of things. Like when we're on the pitch, we're on it, and then when we're off the pitch, we're having fun, enjoying each other's company, and just kind of having that relaxed environment.
And have you got any words on Meg Jones's nomination? She's embodied resilience, really, really tough few years. What have you got to say to that nomination?
I think it's more than deserved. I think she is the best player in the world, and I think she has proved that over and over, and she's just an amazing person to have in the Red Roses team, and honestly, she's just an absolutely unbelievable person as well.
And Mitch, what would you say?
Meg, she's funny, eh? She's vibrant, very, very, very clear on rugby. She's very good for the girls. She understands the game very well, and she's succinct in the way that she communicates. She's fun to work with, and everyone feeds off her.
Thank you.
Mitch, John, over here. The team you've picked for the final is the same, I think, as the 15 you played against France in the build-up game and the warm-up game. At that time, did you think if we get there, that's the team I want for the final? Was that the team which was really cemented then, or was there anything about that week which you treated almost like a build-up to a game like this as well?
Yeah, the French warm-up was a challenging game. We wanted to have a fixture that was going to challenge us or challenge our mindset. We wanted a fixture that, I guess, to deal with that we didn't deal with in the Six Nations very well. So all those factors were really good, because we then went to an environment that was 5 degrees, southwest of France. Where else could you go to get a rugby ambience that's like kind of hostile and difficult to deal with? Accommodation wasn't ideal. All those sorts of things. We're stuck in a little town, a little village. So all those factors were really, really good before we knew that we're going to be walking into a World Cup scheduled tournament where you don't have control of all those things. So, but you've got to deal with what you've been given. And that game, was really important for our mindset. I think if we go back to the first press conference, somebody asked me what did you do, what did you change, and that sort of stuff. And I think I stayed solely on the word mindset, which I think surprised a few. But ultimately, that sort of definitely got our mindset in the right place for this tournament. There's been plans in place. I mean, you've heard me say before is that the past predicts the future. I've got a lot of information, a lot of eyes and feelings on the way that we've played over the last 3 years, and obviously of mixed combinations before this tournament. And I'm a big believer in building cohesion around the same people. But certainly when we name a combination, it's not just that group that prepares us for this Test match. We're very focused on 32. We have 3 roles within the team. And one group's got to make the group stronger as a result of not playing, and we work very, very hard on that.
Any final questions? Mitch, just a word on your water carrier. Speaking of those extra roles, the role that Emily Scarrett has played, playing in a 5th World Cup, and not getting obviously the opportunity to perhaps play another minute at this World Cup, but just a word on her contribution.
Probably Zoe's a better at that than me, but like Emily, when we started looking at this tournament, she's like anyone. She wants to know whether she's valued, and the experienced players have been hugely valued because, firstly, they want to uphold the Red Roses legacy. Secondly, they're experienced, and thirdly, they can mentor people, and they can deal with. So, I think it's a really good idea, with Marley and teams to be able to, stand in the circles and pass messages on during water breaks and stuff. And I think, like some of Emily's experience standing there calmly offering communication when these girls are under pressure around what to do next, I think is really, really brilliant, and the girls certainly enjoy it.